Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Yes, another run and another early start, so up at about sunrise. So today you'll see a run through the bush and also along a beach, so a bit of a mix. This week has been a busy week, so quite happy released a VC video this week. So doing a series of videos on VC and just looking at sort of trigonometry and VC. So there'll be a series of lessons on using some of the inbuilt functions that VC has to work out things like angles and calculate lengths from an angle and volumes and things like that. So it's just a little short series. Probably the videos will be about 5 to 10 minutes long each. The first one has been released and is just on calculating the volume of a cone, so pretty happy to release that. This week with Configurable Opinions, we're looking at recording another session. So this week it's all about using the golden client with variant configurations. So we'll talk about what that is if you don't know what it is, and why you may want to use it, and maybe some use cases where you may not want to use it. So so a couple of different perspectives on that. The other thing is Radiant thing. We've been running a special on our online courses, which we kicked off about 3 months ago as COVID kicked in, as a way to perhaps help businesses afford some good VC training in these uncertain times. So it's all online and self-paced, so it can be done at home, done at work. And I had that running through to the end of June. But I've been thinking about that, and we'll probably carry that forward till probably the end of September. So I'll put out a posting on that in the next day or two. Yeah, when you look at the COVID thing, there's lots of different scenarios around the world. Australia and New Zealand, we're in pretty good shape overall, and you know, like we have cases at the moment of 20 to 30 new cases a day for the whole of Australia, which is very, very small for a population of 25 million. But there's still concern about it, and it's still heavily affecting business because it's such a pervasive thing around the world, and a lot of countries have a long way to go, and we're all hanging out for a vaccine. So so wherever you are in the world, I hope you're all safe and being kind to others and everything with this crisis, because it's really difficult times. I think some of the effects are only really just starting to come through dramatically in some countries, and like even here in Australia with low cases, companies are restructuring, and some aren't even open yet, so it's a difficult time. So that's why we thought we would just keep extending our course fee reduction for another few months, and then we'll reassess again at that point. So that's probably the main things. So I'll talk about this run. So this run I've been sort of waiting to do for a little while. I started at a place called the Sweetwater Creek Reserve, and so this is a creek that's sort of got bushland that runs through suburbia here. It's not far from home. I've sort of kept away from it because it can be quite busy, and with the COVID thing, I like to have a bit of space most of the time. So I went pretty early, and it was hardly anyone there, and it was a bit cold as well. So that Sweetwater Creek, it comes down to Frankston Beach at the foot of Oliver Hill, and so I just ran along the foreshore there and into basically where Frankston meet the little suburb meets the sea, and so you'll see some waterfront and Cannanook Creek that runs into the ocean. So on some of my earlier runs I've run along Cannanook Creek further up where it's a lot more not as developed, so more bushland and things like that, but I thought it'd be an interesting one. And then where I've ended up is I've just kept following the trail along the coast, which is a little track that most people don't know about, and sometimes if the tide's too high you can't even get along here. So today I did manage to get along. I should be able to get back, I think, so that'll all be good. But yeah, so where we are is about 45 kilometres, I suppose, from the city. So you probably won't see this, but over my shoulder in the distance is the city, and some of that coastline I've run on some of my other runs as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much the run. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll sort out what the run is for next week, and I'll catch you then. So have a good weekend, have a good week. So we'll catch you later. Bye.